Hey cadets, today we'll be talking about a new scaling solution called Arbitrum that's been taking over like a wildfire. But before we get into what Arbitrum is, let's go through a few terms like decentralization, blockchain, Ethereum and its scaling concerns, the emergence of Rollup technology, and lastly, Arbitrum, as an example of a Rollup scalability solution. I'm Captain Crypto and welcome to Cryptonauts.
Cryptonauts.
So, fiat currencies are controlled by the central banks of governments all around the world. Can you say no if they want to print more money? No way. Brrr, money printer gonna print. You don't stand a chance. And these entities barely involve the public in their decision making, and their interests may not always coincide with those of the general public. Instead of having a few people govern the operations and decision-making process, decentralization distributes control to the people who participate in the system. One of the reasons why more and more people are embracing cryptocurrency is actually because of this reason. Let's look at the Google Docs analogy to better grasp this concept of decentralization. With Google Docs, you and anybody else who has been given access to this document may view it and collaborate with whoever is working on it in real time. Everyone who has access can look at it, comment on it, and suggest modifications. And the revision history is visible to all visitors. No one can deny what's been seen and entered, and one person can't make a change unless everyone sees it. That, my friends, is how blockchain works. More info here. Of course, rather than a shared document, it's a shared ledger to which all people involved have access. Everyone in the network may verify any changes made within it. Blockchain has the potential to improve data security and privacy. It can also aid in the prevention of identity theft, which is a worldwide concern right now. Furthermore, blockchain enables speedier cross-border payments while substantially lowering transaction costs. Unless, of course, you're Ethereum. Just kidding. The scalability of Ethereum, like that of other blockchains, has been one of the most hotly debated themes in crypto. The network is now stumbling along at roughly 15 transactions per second, despite the fact that a single transaction might cost upward of $120. Maybe even more if you're trying to list your NFT. In terms of bandwidth, some new projects have recently surpassed Ethereum. The Polkadot network, for example, can handle up to 1,500 transactions per second. Avalanche can process 4,500 transactions per second, while Solana's latest offering claims to be able to process up to 50,000 transactions per second. As a result, the ETH platform's reputation began to deteriorate, and an increasing number of critics emerged. Some Ethereum engineers appeared to be losing hope that the network would ever be able to truly fix its scalability concerns. Rollups solve the scalability problem by processing transactions away from the Ethereum network, reducing Ethereum's load and reducing congestion. It's essentially the same as having several trees sharing the same root system rather than having multiple branches on a single tree, which will increase the tree's burden. A rollup entails compressing transaction data and storing it in the blockchain, with the calculation taking place away from the chain. It proposes employing ZK snarks as a part of ZK rollups and a fraud-proof technique as part of Ethereum's optimistic rollup, instead of validating computations like sign-up verification and contract execution directly in the chain. The first method, dubbed ZK rollups, relies on zero-knowledge proofs to ensure that all sidechain transactions are correct. Optimistic rollup, the second alternative, seeks to eliminate the necessity for zero-knowledge proofs by altering the consensus premise. In other words, rather than checking each transaction, the network assumes that they are all right, requiring users to intervene only if they notice an improper transaction and submit fraud proof. One of the most common examples of optimistic rollup is Arbitrum. So you've decided to travel to California to see an old friend. You become frustrated at the airport due to the long lines of people waiting to be checked inside the plane by airport security. This can take a long time in some cases. Imagine you don't have to go through this because you've joined up with a private firm that will check your luggage before you leave for the airport. This firm is involved with airport security and, of course, the flight path. Furthermore, you will have the option of selecting the individual or persons who will do the check on your behalf on behalf of the company. The people who privately checked you in will have their salary withheld if the airport detects something suspicious in your luggage. Nobody has to wait in line at the airport any longer. That, cadets, is how Arbitrum works. Arbitrum is a technology that enables Ethereum users to settle transactions outside of the Ethereum mainnet. Transaction data is transferred back to the Ethereum blockchain after execution, ensuring that everything is still recorded on the mainnet. The Arbitrum system starts with ETH Bridge, a set of Ethereum smart contracts that connects Ethereum to Arbitrum's virtual machine network. If you want to send a transaction using Arbitrum, just send it to one of ETH Bridge's inbox contracts. An outbox contract accepts data from Arbitrum and adds it to the Ethereum blockchain for reverse interaction. Because all of ETH Bridge's inputs and outputs are public and verifiable, Ethereum is aware of and verifies any off-chain activities. To confirm the blocks, Arbitrum employs the Any Trust Guarantee security mechanism. Only a unanimous agreement among all chosen validators allows a new block to be accepted according to this protocol. This means that if a single validator disagrees, a dispute will arise, and a suspicious block will be re-evaluated. In contrast to Ethereum, where consensus is reached based on what the majority believes, but individual disagreements are ignored. Finally, Arbitrum is interoperable with Solidity, and its work is invisible to all end users. Arbitrum's widespread adoption in the Ethereum community is due to these and many more factors. Ethereum scalability issues are still a work in progress, but at the moment we've got a good thing going on with solutions such as Arbitrum. What do you guys think of Arbitrum? Do you think this is a viable scalability option for us? Let us know in the comments. As always, hodl, secure crypto, and may Satoshi and Vitalik be with you always.